There's certainly been a lot of confusion and anger and sadness inside the White House, across the administration, the campaign, and across the Democratic Party more broadly since the president's really halting and shocking debate performance. My colleagues and I have spoken over the course of the last 2 weeks to dozens of Democratic sources, including, I should note, senior Democrats who have spent real time with the president and in some cases have known the president for years. And what has been striking is that none of them had ever seen this version of President Biden that we all saw on the debate stage that was so faltering and dazed. And plenty of officials that we spoke with said, look, of course, we've known that the president has aged. He is certainly not the same person that we know from, say, a year ago. But what they had said, and that was so noteworthy, is that they said they couldn't have possibly known about the full extent of the president's decline. And what many of them blame at this point is this apparatus and daily operation that is built around the president that is so painfully choreographed and stage managed, they said, that is designed to prevent the president from being often out in these unscripted settings for an extended period of time. And that really what that meant was that only a small circle of inner circle of advisors and perhaps family members could have known about sort of this full picture of the president's condition. Just one example that is in our story is that according to two sources, before cabinet meetings that the president attends, cabinet officials will submit their questions and talking points, key talking points and bullet points that they plan to present to the president in these closed-door meetings. This is how one source described it. They said the entire display is kind of an act. They would come and say, hey, the president is going to call on you about 25 minutes in and ask this question: what are the bullet points that you'll respond with? Now, the White House's defense has been that that is standard practice for any administration. They said in a setting like this, you never want the president to be not aware of what is going to be discussed. They want to also just be mindful of the president's time. But we also spoke with sources from the Obama years who said in the cabinet meetings for former President Barack Obama, those were never this meticulously scripted. Now, more broadly, in response to our story and our reporting, the White House really defended the breadth of the president's travels, his engagements with the press, and certainly his record over the last 3.5 years, and provided comments from senior officials defending the president as being sharp and engaged. And White House spokesperson Andrew Bates also said this is a part of his response. He said Joe Biden has always said that it is fair for reporters to ask about his age and has always confidently shown his values, his agenda, intelligence, and determination to the American people. Well, in just a few hours, we are, of course, about to see that play out. The president taking questions from reporters, and we certainly expect many of those questions will be precisely about these issues.
All right, MJ Lee with that new reporting. Thank you so much for that.